Okay. So starting with our pranayama, again, this is our vital life force, and it is about bringing that air in. So even though the air around you might not seem like it has a lot of movement, mobility, things like that, you participating and bringing the breath in and taking the breath back out is moving. It is kind of that creating your own really subtle wind and movement in the air around you. So just kind of keep that in mind as we breathe, starting with the 3 sighs. Taking that down into our calming and cooling variation, in through the nose, soft through the shoulders, out through a small space between the lips as you shake your head and let your chin drift down. And as we move into our diaphragmatic breath, letting the breath come in, really fill and expand as it travels down the body. When you exhale and you're really feeling that energy, that holding space, you can definitely bring in a sound and a little extra action if you want to. Remember, you can say shh, you feel the belly kind of contract. You can go ah, that HA sound. You can do it forceful or long, anything like that to really feel a better contraction in the tummy. You're welcome to bring in that sound. Shh. Shh. And then coming right into our bees breaths, inhaling, reaching your arms up. And as you exhale, bringing your lotus mudra down to heart center, breathing in. Mm. 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 And then keep that hum going as you tap your chest here. Mm. Wind and air are part of the throat chakra area. And so getting a little sound going and then waking up the space of your heart so that that breath and that air can get in there and stir it into awakeness. You can see yourself and the world around you with compassion and growth and joy. Let's do one more breath right here. And bring your fingertips down to your lap. Come all the way down onto your back, bringing your knees with you, knees bent, feet off the ground, hugging your knees in, rocking around a little bit from side to side, coming into that kind of playful, soothing space. And then we're just gonna start with a twist. So bring your knees to a 90-degree angle, open your arms to T, take your knees over to one side, and once the knees get there, just come right out of it, come right back to center, and take your knees over to the other side. So we're just kind of touching down or getting as close to the ground as our body is willing to go right now, and then just coming right back to center. So as we're moving in and out of this twist, it might be better for your hands to be palm down on your mat, letting the shoulders extend through your arm line, giving you more stability as you press the palms down, and let the knees go to one side, come back to center, go to the other side, and come back to center. Going to each side 2 more times. If you feel your knees kind of drifting closer to your core, when you notice it, just drift them back to 90. And as you come back to center, go right into Pavanamuktasana, bringing your hands to your left knee, pressing your right leg out, and bringing your right heel down to the ground. Inhale and pull the thigh into your tummy. And as you exhale, curl up, bringing your heart up towards your knee. Curl back down, opening the shoulders and lifting your chin, and softening the hold on your knee. Inhale, thigh to tummy. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, curl down. Exhale, soften the hold on your knee. One more time. Let your left knee open to the left. Hold down the right side of your hip with your right hand. And then relax your right knee. Bring your left knee through center and take it all the way over, coming into a twist that will hold for just a little bit. Letting your right hand weigh down the left knee, stretching your left arm out to T. This time, rotate your palm up to the sky, feeling a little more open across the chest. And as you breathe, you might let the breath really influence this space that you're in. So as you inhale, you might let the breath fill you up, soften the hold on your knee. And as you exhale, feel your body get heavier as you press the hand to the knee. Inhale, let the breath fill you up, feel buoyant and full, almost like you could float. And then as you exhale, feel heavy and stable and connected, pressing down. One more breath like that. Let the inhale fill you up, feel light. And as you exhale, feel grounded. And then release your knee, bring your body back to center. Hug both knees in, rock around. And then we'll take Pavanamuktasana on the second side. Bring your hands over to your right knee. Press out through your left leg, bringing your left heel down to the ground. And inhale, hug the thigh into the tummy. Exhale, curl up, drawing the heart towards your knee. Curling back down and softening the hold on your knee. 2 more. And as you finish this round, start by letting your right knee open to the right. Weight your left hip down with your left hand. And then bring your right knee to center. Relax your left knee and take your right knee all the way across to your body. Stretching out through your right hand. Let the palm face up. And the hand down. And same thing here. Let the inhale bring a sense of lightness, of lifting to your body. And as you exhale, bring a sense of grounding and really pressing into the earth. Inhale, feel more buoyant and light, like you could lift into the sky. And exhale, ground down to your mat. One more breath like that. Release your knee, bring your body back to center. Hug both knees in, rocking around. We're gonna roll onto our left side for clams. So you can bring your knees to the left, just roll all the way over to the left. I know some of you like to extend out through the arm and lay your head down on your arm, and others of us like to prop our head up. So just kind of coming wherever you feel best supported on your right side. Heels are in line with your sits bones, knees are in front. And then it's pretty normal for us to kind of roll forward or to have a sway in our back. So try to kind of firm up through your body. You can use your left hand to kind of give you a little bit of a prop in front of your body here, rocking back so you feel really neutral and engaged through the spine and the tummy. And if you still feel too swoopy in the back, see if you can tuck your tail a little bit. So once you feel nice and long and strong, leave your feet together, lift your top knee up, only go up as far as you can without now rocking back. Feel that top here, stay at the top, feel that energy in the outside of your hip, and then slowly bring your knee back down to the other knee. Wait for the inhale to begin, and when the inhale starts, let the knee lift up with the energy of the inhale. Pause the top, feel all of that energy building strength. And then as you exhale, let the knee float back down. It's like it's losing its air, so it drifts back down to the earth. As you inhale, it's floating back up. And when you exhale, it's floating back down. Try to really make sure that you're waiting for each half of the breath to begin and let the movement follow. So you're really listening to the breath. You're taking the lead from that element of air. 3 more on this side. Last one here. When the knee comes down, this top leg here, we're going to unbend the knee. So you're just going to press your heels straight out. The legs should be hovering above your mat, the height that your hip is. So you're still going to feel all of that pressure, that strength right here. Lift your heel up and let the leg follow. Inhaling. And then as you exhale, point the heel down and bring the leg down. So that same idea. Rotating the heel. As you inhale, feel the inhale lift, lightness lifting into the sky. And as you exhale, it's drifting back down towards the earth. Do this 2 more times. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift. Bend your knee. Let everything kind of relax. You can come back to rolling forward here a little bit. You might do a little massage on the outside of your hip. And then we're going to do the other side. So you can go back to your back. Give yourself a moment right here. You can hug your knees in, rock around. And then taking your knees over to the other side. And same thing, taking your time here, choosing your arm and head position. How are you supporting your head? Aligning your feet to your sits bones and the knees in front of the body. And then maybe tucking the tailbone a little bit, using your right arm to help align your torso so you feel really neutral and strong and steady in the middle. And then you can place your hand on your hip or keep it in front of your body. And then as you inhale, let the knee lift, feet stay together. Feel the top of that pose without rocking back. Feel that strength building as you wait. And when the exhale happens, let the exhale almost deflate the knee back down to the ground. As you inhale, slowly lift, almost like it's filling with helium. And as you exhale, slowly come back down and ground. Remember, you're waiting for the cue. Don't let the pose movement start before the breath cues it to start, which means you might be waiting a little bit at the top and you might be waiting a little bit at the bottom, and that's okay. Taking 3 more, kind of checking in with your body here. Make sure it hasn't lost its good, strong center hold. And as the knee comes down, unbend the top knee, pressing your heel out in front of you. Again, the leg is long, relatively straight, and hovering above the ground parallel at hip level. Let the heel point up, the toes point down a little bit. And as you inhale, lift. Again, only as tall as you can without rocking back. And then rotate the foot, heel points down, lowering the heel down. Rotating the heel, following the inhale up. Rotating the heel, following the exhale down. Last 2. Good. So bend your knee, don't roll back onto your back. Instead, just press up, coming all the way up. Right now, you should be ready for Vajrasana here. So your feet are off to one side of your hip is down. You can lengthen up through your spine and twist away from your feet. Again, feel that length in your spine. Feel like you're spiraling up as you twist. Bring your torso back to center. Swim your fin over to the other side. Inhale nice and long through the spine. Exhale, twisting away from your feet. Feel lifted through the spine, through the crown of the head. And release your spine. Bring your legs out in front of you. Lean back into your hands. Thump the backs of your legs down. And come right back into Sukhasana. Okay. So in this space, you can come back to your pranayama. You might have kind of lost a little bit of that rhythm with the breath as we transition back up to our seat. Just kind of come back into your body, into your breath, and I'll share a little bit of what wind has to offer us. Its message to us is change your mind. The element of air is sometimes called wind. The wind is the harbinger of change. When she barrels through open windows and papers get blown from the desktop and doors slam, seemingly of their own accord. Scents waft in from the neighbor's kitchen, tantalizing ginger and cardamom inspire future travels. And then, as the wind changes direction, as the wind is wont to do, the sweetness of freshly baked brownies makes you wistful for an afternoon in the kitchen. The wind is shameless about changing it up, brazenly declaring the deliciousness of a fresh start. As you inhale, reach your arms up, and as you exhale, come over to hands and knees. I love that line, the deliciousness of a fresh start. If some of you are like me, fresh starts sometimes can be a little bit scary. Palms below your shoulders, starting with cat cow. I am, I can be very much a homebody, very much attached to my routine. And making a fresh start, maybe it's not scary, but maybe it just takes a lot of work or a lot of energy. And sometimes just thinking about that tires me out. So, thinking of it in this way, the deliciousness of a fresh start gives us that ability to change our perspective, to kind of change our mind's view on something that maybe doesn't always seem positive. So, we can give it a fresh set of eyes. Take one more round right here. As you exhale, lift your hands up off your mat, coming up to stand on the knees. And we're just going to take some of those lean backs here. So remember, you can kickstand your body by tucking your toes if that makes you feel like you got a little bit more control and stability in your body, or you can leave the tops of your feet down if it feels like it kind of gives you more of a landing space. Think of like a kangaroo with a nice long tail that helps it balance. So both are good. Bring your arms straight up in front of you and just really slowly being mindful of your knees. You're going to start to lean back. You're going to kind of feel where and when you should stop and then pull the body back forward. So right here, we're just trying to get a nice long tummy, stretching down through the psoas line into your hip flexors. Leaning back and coming forward and leaning back. So again, you might kind of be thinking of when the wind is strong and you're not expecting it, it catches you off guard and it kind of bumps you back. But then you rally your forces and you come back and you can stand strong with the wind. Or maybe turn and let the wind fill your sails and push you in the right direction. Just kind of feeling buoyant here. Let's do this 2 more times. And then we're going to come into that side bend from the knees. So right here, what I'd like you to do is kind of almost sit down towards heroes. And right before you touch base, come right back up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up through center. Exhale, just touch down to heroes. Inhale, come right back up. And exhale, side bend. Inhaling through center, exhaling, touching down towards heroes. Inhaling up, exhaling, side bend. Try to keep the shoulders nice and neutral, letting the side bend really stretch the side, not trying to roll too far to the front or to the back. Going to each side 2 more times. Last time to each side. Coming up. As we come down, go to child's pose. As you take a moment here in child's pose, feel the ribs really expanding as you bring the breath in, filling you up. Again, maybe that sense of lightness when the air comes in. And as the air goes out, let it help you feel grounded. Again, as we get into this springy time of year, we can get very airy, we can get very airheaded, very vata-like, and flit from thing to thing to thing. And the way to use that element of air for good is to make sure we know how to stay grounded through it all. Stay anchored to something and then let the air kind of fill up those other areas. So maybe you're anchored to your practice. And then from that strong anchor, you can then really be creative and let the wind come in into all those other areas. One more full breath here. We're going to work a little bit with some kneeling lunges. So with your arms in front of you, lifting your head, start to bring your body forward, taking your left foot with you. So you can kind of drag it up your mat and then step your foot down. And when it's down in front of you, lean into it. And if your knee is feeling okay with that, you can even reach your arms up. And then as you bring your arms back down, you're going to slide your hips and your foot back. Come right back to child's pose. And then pulling the body forward, sliding the other foot forward, and you can kind of drift off to the side. You can move your hands around. Once you get the foot there, lean back into it so you'll square back up. You might climb up, maybe reach your arms up, and then come back down. So you're just going to get into a rhythm of coming front and back. So coming all the way back, pulling the hips back, sliding the foot back, taking a moment in child's pose. And then drawing the body forward, maybe moving the hands over, stepping the foot forward, leaning in and rising up. Now for the first few rounds, it might feel a little clunky. Your body might not like coming front to back. But letting the consistency of your movement and your breath start to kind of even out some of those rough edges. And if you want to take more time in the lunge or more time in child's pose, you can definitely move at a pace that makes more sense to your body. But hopefully by now, it's a little smoother bringing the foot up and leaning into it. So we're going to come front to back like this 2 more times, and then we're going to stay on one side. So just really getting that mobility, loosening up the hips a little bit. So the next time that it's your left foot that's forward, stay there. Good. Okay. So left foot is forward. Bring your left hand down to your mat. So you can kind of move to the inside of your thigh. Bring your left hand down. Feel the inside of your knee pressing against your arm a little bit here. And now inhale and reach your right arm up and then bring it down. Reach it up. You can kind of tent on your fingers here that are on the ground, or you could use a prop, or you could place your fist or your palm, however you're reaching, and then bring it down. So same thing, your inhale, it's like you're filling up your sails, and as you exhale, you're lowering the sail down. Do that 2 more times. Bringing it down, lean into your knee just a little bit more, and then pull back. Take child's pose for a moment. And then bringing your right foot forward. Lean in, reach your arms up. Bring your hands down to your knee. Make sure everything feels good where it is, and then bring your right hand down. Remember, the knee is pressing into the back of the arm. Your palm might be on the ground, your fist might be on the ground, your fingers might be tented. And then as you inhale, sweeping the left arm up And bringing the left arm back down and up and down. 2 more. And down. Back to center, lean into it. And then once again, rocking back. This time staying in child's pose for a few breaths. So you might let the knees open here, kind of settling down into it. Letting the body have a moment to, again, just sink down, ground down. Wind most wants you to change the things that are made of air, which is your thoughts. It's easy to simply abandon your current course and choose a new path when the wind blows in. It is harder to use the wind to reinvigorate the path you're on. Some may call the wind fickle, but don't forget that she is fierce in her demand of new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing, new ways of being. So from here, coming forward, so if your knees are open, lift your torso enough, bring one knee back to the other knee, and come right back to all fours. So on your hands and knees, hands below the shoulders. Take an exhale to really feel engaged and strong and firm through your core. And then as you inhale, feeling the length of your spine, and we're going to lift the right hand and the left knee. Okay, so now each time you inhale, I want you to press out and extend. And as you exhale, tuck under, squeezing in. Inhale, really reach from center, stretch, stretch, stretch. And as you exhale, pull in, strengthening the center. And as you strengthen that center and then stretch away from it, and then come back to it, and away from it. Last 2. As you come to center, you can either go to child's pose, you can come to hero's pose, but see if you can kind of do a reverse stretch for your hands. So if you're in hero's pose, you can lean forward, palms up, kind of curl your fingers towards your wrist. And then coming back to hands and knees. Again, take a moment to ground down and then feel the length of your spine. And then lifting your left hand and your right knee, feel your body kind of find its strength and balance, and then move. Inhale, stretch away from center. Exhale, curl under. Continue the breath and the movement. Last one. Again, palm and knee down. Come into your counter stretch. We're going to go back into that for one more movement before we come up to standing. So just give yourself another little moment here. Do a counter stretch for your hands. And then come back to hands and knees. Nice and strong, wide through the shoulders, not locked through your elbows. Lifting your right hand and your left knee. Stretch your arm and your foot away. Now bend your knee. See if you can lift it And then optionally, you can reach around and see. And you might not be able to. You might just be reaching the arm back, lifting the knee and the foot up, but you might find them. And you might lift them together. We're going to bring this knee forward into pigeon for just a moment. So releasing your foot. As you release your foot, you can walk that hand up in front of you, pull the knee in front of you, and walk your arms forward. Rocking here. From here, walk your body back. So you're going to walk your hands back, round your back a little bit, lift your hip, bring the knee back to center, come right back to hands and knees. This time, lifting your left hand and your right knee, reaching away, and then bending your knee, and then reaching your arm back, lifting, maybe letting your head and your foot connect, but you don't have to. Into this dancer variation. And then coming into that pigeon variation on this side. So if you've got your foot, release it. Bring your hand out in front of you. Bring the knee under your body. Bring it in front of you. Open your shin. And let your body just kind of melt and sink down. To the forearms. Walking your hands back, rounding your back, lifting your hips, bringing the knee back right here, tuck your toes, and lift into downward facing dog. Set your gaze towards your hands and your knees. Take a step and a step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, and bring your arms down. You might take a sip of your beverage and then do a little bit of monkey drum. Come right into our Brahma Dandasana, opening your feet, standing nice and wide, feeling grounded. And inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, bending your knees, coming down with a neutral pelvis. Hands are at center. You might adjust your feet here a little bit, lifting the toes and then laying them back down. As you inhale, rise nice and long. Exhale, hinge spine, working towards parallel. Bend your elbows, pull back like your heart is reaching through the crown. And exhale, sweeping sunflower down, rise up. Coming down into sun god. Lifting up. Hinging. Bending the elbows, pulling back. And sunflower down. Let's move through Brahma Dandasana one more time. And bringing your hands down, bringing your feet back together. And we'll move through those three movements actually of dancer, eagle, and warrior three. If you don't want to do warrior three, you can go back to dancer. And you can do these also with a little bit of support. So if you wanted to stand next to a wall and just kind of use it for potential support just in case, so that you feel nice and stable and grounded. But these really are all three of these balancing poses. So we need to feel really grounded, strong, and connected in our core. So right here, just standing in Tadasana, come back to what we did when we began. As you inhale, you're going to let the body fill up. And as you exhale, I want you to make that sound of either shh or ha, so that you really feel like that energy of the core kind of coming into itself and holding you strong and steady. So just take a couple of breaths right here. Shh. And once you've done that once or twice, when you inhale, try to not let this part of your tummy release too much. That sound that you made should have activated a spot right here in the tummy that feels really strong and awake. Try to keep that sense of strength, even though your inhale is filling everything else up and stretching it. Let this part stay strong and steady, and let the inhale work around it instead. Shh. Good. So with that nice, strong, steady space, shift your weight into your right foot. You can bend your knees a little bit, and then you're going to lift your left foot up. Feel that nice, strong steadiness down your right leg. I like to bring my knee in front of me first, find my ankle, and then kind of open out to the side and then square up. So you might try that, or you might just bend your knee and bring it behind you. Again, if you're not finding your foot, you can hang on to your clothing, or you can just hang on to the air above your foot. Bring your other hand to heart center. And then when you inhale, make sure your toes aren't gripping. You're going to let, again, the wind fill your sail, so to speak. So you're going to inhale and stretch the hand that was at your heart out in front of you. And you're also going to press the foot that's really close to your body and let it fill up and stretch away from center. So this is exactly where we were when we were on our hands and knees, except it was opposite foot and hand instead of same foot and hand. Now, bring your body back towards center, bend your standing knee, release your foot, and come down sitting into like a cross-legged chair. Left knee is on top. So we're going to cross our right arm on top, come into eagle. So this is just a bird sitting in a tree, waiting for that burst of wind to, there we go, fill up our wings. And right here, leaning forward, sending the leg out behind you. And then stepping right down into Tadasana. Take a monkey drum here. We're going to take that on the second side, and then we're going to repeat it on each side. So this first time through each side is just kind of figuring out our body, figuring out the poses, where the pose wants to live in the body today, where we're going to be grounded and steady, and where we're going to be full and mobile. So coming back to center, let's do a test drive on the second side. Coming back into Tadasana, just take a breath. Make sure you let that exhale help you really activate and find your core. Shh. Shifting your weight to your left foot. Remember, there's a little springiness in your knee. There's nothing locked here. You're going to lift off of your right. Coming into that prep for dancer pose. You kind of scrunched your foot or moved your foot. Make sure your foot's stable. Bring that stability all the way up into your core. Feel the shoulders go wide and down. Bring your other hand to your heart. And the next time you inhale, let that inhale fill up your sails, coming right into dancer. You feel yourself tipping too far forward, just kind of lift your toes a little bit and then fan them back down. And then bring the hand and the foot back to center. Bend your standing knee, release your back foot, sit down into that cross-legged variation. See if you can kind of square your hips up a little bit. Reach your arms out, crossing your left arm over your right arm. Seeing that bird waiting in the tree for that gust of wind. And as you inhale, let the gust of wind reach you up. And exhale, coming into that warrior three. Just feeling that arrow fly through the air. And then bending your knee and coming back to center. Again, opening your feet, coming right into monkey drum. All right, so now that you know what's going to happen on each side, we're going to take those three poses again, remembering that we can take out warrior three and go back to dancer, or you can stay longer in eagle, or you can just come back to Tadasana and let your breath be your practice. Coming back to center. Find your feet, the fullness of your feet from front to back to side to side. Feel that come right up. Feel the springy knees and the long legs and the neutral pelvis. Take your inhale in. Strong exhale. Shh. Shifting your weight. Prepping for dancer. Checking back in with your groundedness, your stability, and then let the inhale come in and infuse the body with mobility. Bringing the limbs back to center, bending your standing knee, cross-legged. This leg is on top, so this arm is on top, opposites. Wait for that next big burst of wind, and as that inhale comes in, let your wings fly and let your arrow go. Bending your standing knee, stepping your foot down, rising up, opening your feet, monkey drum. And taking the same movements to our second side, coming right back to Tadasana. And again, working with the breath. Breathe in, feel the body light and buoyant. Breathe out, maybe give it a little bit of energy, feeling strong and grounded. And then shifting your weight. Make sure your foot and your knee are all good, lifting your other foot up. Bringing it into dancer prep, and then pause, check back in with everything. You kind of scrunched down, nice and long, full of energy, tailbones just slightly tucked, hand to heart. Feel grounded, strong, stable. Breathe in and feel mobile as well. And bring the limbs back. Bend your standing knee, release your foot, sitting down into your tree. Crossing opposite arm. Letting yourself be patient. When you feel that nice big energy of the inhale, fly out of the tree and become that arrow flying through. Bend your knee, come back to center, finishing it up with the monkey drum. Good. Come right back into Tadasana. We'll come all the way down onto our backs. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Bring your shins down, cross one ankle over the other. Take your body over your feet onto your seat, extend the legs out in front of you, and Position yourself on your mat so that you can come all the way down onto your back. Once you're down on your back, bend your knees, hug them in, rock around. Good. From here, we're going to take Pavana Muktasana once with a twist on each side. So again, let one of your legs go out in front of you, hang on to the other knee. Inhale, pull the thigh to the tummy. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, curl down. As you soften the hold on your knee, also relax the knee of your extended leg. Take your bent knee across your body into a twist. So Pavana Muktasana translates wind reliever. So sometimes we have too much wind in the body and we gotta expel it out. But I just thought, I think most of you know that, but it's kind of a fun reminder when we're talking about air and wind. Take one more breath in this twist. And then coming back to center. You can bring both knees in and rock around a little bit, evening back out, finding that soothing, playful motion. And then you're going to switch sides, extending the opposite leg out in front of you, holding your other knee. And again, pulling the thigh to press into your tummy, curling up, bringing the heart towards the knee, curling back down, open shoulders, lifted chin, connected head. And as you soften the hold on your knee, relax the knee of your extended leg. Take your bent knee across your body into your twist. Let your body get grounded and heavy and settled. Stay in the twist for another 2 breaths. And coming back to center, you might hug the knees in. You might have another pose that you want to do before we stretch out and surrender ourselves to Shavasana. And as you move into that space, I'm going to share with you the challenges and the gifts of the seasonal symbol of wind. The challenges are becoming fickle or flighty, changing course every time the wind blows, giving up when the wind is against you. So maybe starting something and not finishing it, especially if it was something that was important to you, that was part of your journey, or simply giving up, not tapping into your inner strength, not being disciplined and strong and saying, even though this is hard, it's worth it. But the gifts of this seasonal symbol are fresh ideas, new ways of seeing, becoming flexible, becoming creative, becoming adaptable. So as you now fully rest and relax in Shavasana, when the wind blows through, change has arrived. How will you meet her? Will you meet her with your bags packed and adventures on your mind? Or will you meet her hunkered in the storm shelter, waiting out her persistent call? We feel ourselves still in the hold of winter and rest and hibernation? Or are we ready for the fresh, delicious start of spring and all of the potential that she has to bring carried in on the wind? as you are for another moment, really grounded and connected back, touching your mat. So feeling really open in front of your body, air that's around you. It's kind of blanketing you here. Give your heart space just wide open, like eyes to the sky that is above you. You might envision yourself laying in warm, sunny grass, clouds drifting above you. That nice, lazy fill, breezy spring day. Ready for movement. Start to move fingers and toes. Gaze in. I need a twist before you come back up to seated. Just giving yourself a moment, eventually working your way into your seat, but no rush. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, wrap yourself up in a loving embrace. Inhale once again, fill the inhale, slowly sweep your arms up. And as you exhale, anchoring down to heart center. Inner light and me, sees it all.